Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay, my boys, now let's move to second page, which is page 159. Page 159. Okay. Do you know what are the five senses? Okay, you have, and I have, and all of us have five senses. We have five senses, which are sight, hearing, smell, touch, and taste. Which are five senses. Your senses are sight, hearing, smell, touch, and taste. You observe when you use them. When you use your senses, you observe. You observe, you know, you see things, and you know this thing. You can describe it. So you observe things. You observe it when you use your senses. Okay, the five senses are taste. Taste. When you eat, you taste the taste of the food, or the flavor of the food. So you taste when you eat with your mouth. Okay, hearing. Second one is hearing. So when you hear sounds, when you hear some musical instruments sounds, you use your hearing sense of hearing. You use your ear. You use your ear to hear. Okay, third one is sight. Sight, when you see anything. When you see this bird is flying, you can use your sense of sight. Sight, when you see, use your eyes. Smell, you smell this flower with your nose. You smell the perfume smell with your nose. Last sense is touch. You touch anything with your hand. You can touch this or sewing with your hand, or and your fingers. With your hand and your fingers, you can touch and use sense of touch. You can touch any objects, anything with your hands. Okay. So when you use your senses, you observe. So you observe, you describe something, or you can see it very clear when you use your senses. So you can observe color when you use which sense? Excellent, the sense of sight. When you use your eyes to see the color, so you use your sense of sight. You can observe the color with your sense of sight. How can you observe the color? With your eyes. When you see it, you can observe it. So you use your sense of sight. Also, you can observe size and shape. Size, how big or small something is, and its shape. Is it circle, triangle, square, and so on. So you can observe the size and shape of any object. You use your senses of sight and touch. When you touch it with your hand, you can describe or observe the shape. Is it circle? Is it square? Is it triangle? Is it rectangle? And so on. Also your sight. When you see something, or when you see the object, you can say its size and its shape. So you can observe them, the size and shape of anything. Okay, now let's answer this question. Underline the sentence that tells how you observe. Okay, who can tell me which sentence tell me how you observe? First line. Excellent. First line. You observe when you use your senses. You observe when you use your senses. Okay, underline the sentence that tells how you observe. First line, first sentence. You observe when you use your senses. So when you use your senses, you observe things. You observe, you can describe this thing and tell about it when you use your senses. Nice. Okay, this frog on the tree lives in the rainforest. So its habitat is rainforest. This frog in the tree, this tree frog lives in the rainforest. Okay. The forest the forest called rainforest. The forest type is rainforest of this frog. Okay. Write one thing you observe about the frog in the picture. What you observe? What can you observe? When you use your sense of sight, you can observe the color of the eyes of this frog. So you can say the frog has orange eyes. The frog has orange eyes. Nice. So you observe his eyes. You observe his eyes with your sight of sense. With your sense of sight. You use your sense of sight to observe its eyes color. Okay, let's write the answer together. The frog has orange eyes. The frog has orange. And you can tell me what also you observe about the frog. You can tell me in the discussion room if you observed anything about the frog. Tell me another thing and tell me what is the sense. Which sense did you use to observe it? Okay, now the frog has orange eyes. Nice, good. We finished now the lesson of today. We took 2 pages, which are 158, 159. It talks about the 5 senses, and we know the 5 senses are hearing, sight, smell, touch, and taste. And you observe. When can you observe? When you use your senses. So you observe when you use your senses. You observe or you describe. You can describe thing or observe it when you use your senses. How you observe when you use your senses. And all of us have 5 senses. Nice. Okay, boys. If you have any question, you can ask me in this discussion room. I hope all of you understood and complete the answers in the book. Thank you.